to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to hold it in my arms.
Well, we are all about show business here at What She Said. My daughter, Alexandra Beaton, is an actress, and Christine's son, DJ Swivel, is a big music producer. So we are delighted to welcome the owner of Stagecoach in Milton and Burlington, Meredith McGeachie, to What She Said.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to be here.
So tell us what Stagecoach Arts is all about.
Well, Stagecoach is a triple threat program for young performers. It's been around for about 30 years. It started in the UK. It's the longest running, most successful part-time performing arts school in the world with over 600 locations worldwide, but relatively new to Canada. I opened Milton last year, and I'm thrilled to say that we are full and the kids are all back for another year, which is really exciting. And we are launching Burlington now in September. So we have an open house on September 16th, and our term starts the following week.
That's amazing. Yeah. As an award-winning actress yourself, what made you want to start this?
Well, that's a funny story, actually. My daughter, Lucy, is 7 years old now. And when I was working at filming and also teaching acting to adults, I wasn't home very much. And she was taking Stagecoach in Vancouver and thriving in the program. It was incredible to watch. And she said to me one day, you know, this isn't working for me, Mom. I'm a single mom. She said, you're not home. You're either on set or you're teaching adults, but you're never home after school. And I want to spend time with you. So that was a really heartbreaking kind of moment for me. And I said to her, well, let's figure out what we can do together. And I thought, well, I only know how to do one thing, which is act. So what am I going to do? And how am I going to support my child and show her that I can spend time with her? So I saw her go to this program, and she was just incredible in it. And it was having such a huge impact on her socially. And I found out that it was a franchise. And I went to the UK, and I did the training, and I decided to open it.
So now you talked about your changes in your daughter, but what are some of the changes you've seen in children who take the programs?
You know, there's been some incredible things even in 1 year. I was given an orchid last term by a parent whose child had been bullied at school, and she didn't tell me that this child had some social issues, that was struggling a bit, and she didn't tell me when she registered her. But she came to me after 3 weeks and said, my daughter was being bullied. She was, you know, they were talking about her having social issues, and she's flourishing at school. She's standing up to bullies. She's made friends. She's making eye contact. So that was a really big one, that social sort of confidence that this one child had. And then at the end of the show last term, too, there were 3 13-year-olds who got up and said, they grabbed the mic and ran onto the stage at the end of the performance to say that the program had changed their lives and that they'd met friends that they would have for life, and they couldn't imagine their lives without it. And that was pretty big from 13-year-old girls, you know.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I found with my children that performing arts benefited them with the self-esteem, learning how to confidence, like presenting themselves.
Thank you. Yes. Our tagline for Stagecoach is actually creative courage for life. So the program is not just about learning to sing, act, and dance. It's about building your confidence, your self-esteem, your ability to understand social interaction and to make friends, to work together to build something, to compromise, to learn when to take the stage and when to support your friends when they're taking the stage, how to work as a group and as solo.
An interesting discipline. I don't think most people think of it that way.
Well, I always say it's like being a part of a team without the locker room. Right? Because they're working together to build something, and they have to decide creatively, you know, to all support it and how best to support each other through it. And also, when they're ready, how to take the solo and take the stage.
Now you said that Stagecoach itself has been around for a long time. So can you tell our listeners some of the better-known graduates of the program?
Well, interesting that you say that, because Beauty and the Beast, Emma Watson, was a Stagecoach graduate, and the little boy who plays Teacup is a current Stagecoach student. So there are a lot. Stagecoach actually has an agency that represents the students.
I guess it's a good place to find upcoming talent.
Yes. What is the age range?
Well, we have a program for early stages, which is 4 to 6-year-olds, and that's an hour and a half. And then we have 6 to 16-year-olds are in the program. So it's a huge range. We separate them by age and put them in smaller classes, and they rotate through.
Is it after school or weekends?
It's actually on weekends.
Weekends.
It's 3 hours at a time. So they have an hour of acting, then an hour of singing, then an hour of dance. And so they really build a community that way, spending that much time together working. But they're always working on an actual part of the craft. So they're never sort of sitting and waiting and watching other people. They're always actively engaged.
Now, do you have a lot of parents that bring their children just for the self-confidence?
Oh, yes. I would say a lot of the people that have phoned me have said some, I think it's probably 50-50. Some say, we're performers, and others are very shy and looking for some support.
So how can people connect with you to find out if this Stagecoach is right for their child?
Well, they can visit our website, which is www.stagecoachschools.ca/Milton or Burlington. They can also give me a call at 289-812-8126 or email us at milton@stagecoachschools.ca or burlington@stagecoachschools.ca. We also have Facebook. Facebook's a great way.
Well, Meredith, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
This is What She Said. We'll be right back.